evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun to be with you tonight. It's fun to be with you every night that I get to come to your home and visit you and bring you the best of live entertainment. So, oh my gosh, the spring season is upon us. And when we think of spring, we think of things like flowers and going to the water and sunshine, right? Right? Well, you've had sunshines come from this room into your living room, dining room, bedroom, wherever you watch us, several times. Two different kinds of sunshine, right? Tonight we're bringing back some sunshine. And I'm really excited to have him here. He just put out some new music. COVID kind of shut us all down a little bit last time he was here. We were dealing with a little bit of sadness and all the things that go with what we've dealt with in the last few years, but we don't have to deal with that anymore. We're on our way to healthier, more social lives. But tonight, you're going to hear some amazing music by probably one of the most interesting, prolific musicians I know. So please help me welcome into your heart and into your home again, Mr. Cosmos Sunshine.
Thanks for having me, Dot. Very pleased to be here. Without further ado, I'm just going to play some songs for you. This one is the title track of my album called Comes With the Fall. It goes like this. First time that I met you, I knew you'd be in my life. But just as things started getting fun, you said you had to be my wife. I don't need a partner, but I could use another friend. If you let me call on you tonight, we wouldn't have to pretend that it's blind faith and dumb luck. It gets us through these years. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but that's not the word you need to hear. So I'll say goodbye, my dear. They say the darkest hour comes just before the dawn. Well, I'd love to show you the light right at the moment you turn me on. I know you probably think that I will always be your fool. Well, I promise most sincerely, baby, I'm taking you to school. And it's blind faith and dumb luck. It gets us through these years. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but that's not the word you need to hear. So I'll say goodbye, my dear. It comes with the fall, my darling, with the winter winds that blow. No summer breeze can tell you, baby, all the things you ought to know. Oh, my dear, my darling, should come with a warning. Oh, my dear, my darling, should come with a warning. My dear, my darling, should come with a warning. My dear, my darling, should come with a warning. And it's blind faith and dumb luck. It gets us through these years. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but that's not the word you need to hear. And it's blind faith and dumb luck. It gets us through these years. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but that's not the word you need to hear. And it's blind faith and dumb luck. It gets us through these years. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but that's not the word you need to hear. So I'll say goodbye, my dear. I'll say goodbye, my dear. I'll say goodbye, my dear, my darling. Maybe try again next year.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shaking off a little dust and rust, I must say, considering, there's been a few things that have gone on during the pandemic, but my gigging schedule has definitely cooled off a little bit. Got a new band, doing some shows in New York coming up. Looking forward to summer. This next song goes back pretty far to my album called The Butterfly Fight Club, which I think came out in 2016.
Love that album.
Yeah, I think it's one of my better ones. It is available on vinyl if you find me on Bandcamp, Cosmos Sunshine on Bandcamp. You can order vinyl and T-shirts and download all of my material. This song is called the Brooklyn Bridge Song. I'm on a high road and the sun is shining. I'm on a high road and the sun is shining. And the people are laughing 'cause it's such a beautiful day. Hey, hey, it's such a beautiful day. Hey, hey. My song is survival. My song is survival. Gotta keep on singing. A love revival's gotta keep on growing. Like a river it's flowing. 'Cause it's such a beautiful day. Hey, hey, it's such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Be not afraid, do not be scared, don't waste your life away. Spread your wings and shine a light and rise to greet each day. Give yourself to the sweeter light, it's all around. Be aware, do not be scared, for love is the thing we all must share and pass along for the sake of all that's good in this world. I'm on a high road, I'm on a high road and the sun is shining. I'm on a high road and the sun is shining. And the people are laughing 'cause it's such a beautiful day. Hey, hey, it's such a beautiful day. Hey, it's such a beautiful day. Hey, hey, it's such a beautiful day. Hey, it's a beautiful day. Brooklyn Bridge Song. I wrote that one during the Occupy Wall Street protests and things. I was in my apartment in Brooklyn, and I'd gone to a couple of the actual events, and there were thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out in the street. But this one particular day, I was at home knowing that the crowds, the Occupy movement was basically shutting down the Brooklyn Bridge with 300,000 people, and it seemed like a very powerful, positive thing. So I kind of wrote that song about it. It was a very special afternoon. All right, I'm going to play one. I'm digging deep here, going way back. This is a song that I wrote way, way long ago. I'd say about maybe 15 years ago. I had a band in New York called Dan Patch, which only lasted a little while, but some of the songs are still around. This one is called Broken Art. I wouldn't take one penny off of you, and I would leave if you want me to. I swear not to break your heart, if you promise not to break my heart. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. My guiding light will see me through. And I wouldn't do a thing to harm you, no. I will always do my part, if you promise not to break my heart. I'm calling anyone, believe it can be done. I see it every day. The sign says the path will show the way. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Do unto me as I do you, and I'll be glad, glad to know you. I'll try, and that's a start, if you promise not to break my heart. I'm calling anyone, you gotta believe it can be done. I see it every day, yeah. The sign says the path will show the way. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. You gotta believe, please believe me. You gotta believe, please believe me. And I say please, please believe me. You gotta believe, please believe me. And I say please, I'm calling anyone, please believe me. I'm calling anyone, please believe me. I'm calling anyone. I'm calling anyone. Calling anyone. That was called Broken Art, not Broken Arm. My old bass player used to say, let's play the Broken Arm song. Baby, don't break my arm.
No! No breaking arms.
No arm breaking. None at all. Cool. All right. Well, I basically brought a whole list of songs that were kind of like in my head, and I'm just kind of pulling them out of the hat one by one. This next one is from my latest album, which came out in 2020. Wow.
Oh my
latest
gosh.
Yeah. Was it 2020? Yeah, I guess maybe the vinyl came out in 2021. Anyway, the album is I'm drawing a blank on my own album title. Anyway, the song is called Riverland. I wrote it about the town of East Haddam where I grew up. It goes like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. When night falls on this maze of country roads, I try to find some old familiar ghost. The devil may hop and I may roam through this town that was my home. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I can hear the seven sisters singing. I hear the bell of St. Stephen ringing. And like this bridge, you know I will be swinging through my home in the Riverland. When autumn leaves are falling all around, the castle of my dreams can still be found. Within her halls I'll lay my head forevermore. When I am dead I'll join the spirits of this place, the very ones I used to chase around. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. And I can hear the seven sisters singing. I hear the bell of St. Stephen ringing. And like this bridge, you know I will be swinging through my home in the Riverland. Through my home in the Riverland. Whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa. And I can hear the seven sisters singing. I hear the bell of St. Stephen ringing. And like this bridge, you know I will be swinging through my home in the Riverland. 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 That's like my sweet home Alabama without the racist iconography. Not really. I'm a big Leonard Skinner fan. I don't believe all that stuff personally, but I thought I'd make a funny um, yeah, so anyway, that was off my most recent full-length album, which I can picture the album cover, but I can't remember what I called
can
it.
too. They're both sitting right there on my thing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can't remember the name of
I
it.
keep wanting to say 2020 Vision, but that's one of the songs on the album, not on the... You know, when you make as many records as I do, you can be excused for forgetting the titles of one or two. It's like, you know, forgetting the names of your children, which I guess is less excusable.
It's so bad.
All right. This is another old one. Goes way back into the primordial days in New York City. It's called Fool for Love. I think I better tune. Bear with me, folks. This is important procedure.
So this is a song that you're about to play
Yep.
that every single musician plays. It's called a tune-up song.
It's the tuning song. I didn't write it. I didn't invent it, but I've perfected it.
Everybody plays it.
Everybody plays the tuning song. And I'd rather take a moment to tune than soldier on through a song being out of tune. You'll thank me later. This is called Fool for Love. Love's a slow, sweet suicide, so won't you lay by my side, oh love? It's a devil in your eyes, a wolf in sheep's disguise. It's something I can criticize when I'm wrong. Imagine my surprise. A man could use a place to hide some, want to hear his alibis, to find the truth behind the lies, oh love. Many times I've cried, yeah. Love has a way of creeping over you, and when it's gone, it will confound you, so that it's around you when it's found you. You're a fool for love. Love's a slow, sweet suicide, so won't you lay by my side until the day we close our eyes, oh love. I said our love, I said our love, I said our love. It opened up my eyes, yeah. Fool for love. We've all been one at one time or another, I think. Very relatable state of being. Yeah, so that one goes back to, also from the Dan Patch era in New York City. Yeah, so let's bring on something new here. This is also from my latest album, whose title I forget. This song is called Morning Song. Correction, it's called The Dream Song. That's what it's called. It's cold in my bones, walking these roads that I've been down before. I think that I feel, but it just don't seem real, and my love's a broken bolted door. So easily bored and completely ignored till I've got no pride anymore. So quick to replace all those dreams that I chased, I follow them now, nevermore. So I'm calling those dreams to me under this giving tree. Our loss is all that I found. So I'm calling those dreams to me. It's cold in my bones, walking these roads that I've been down before. So I'm calling those dreams to me under this giving tree. Our loss is all that I've found. So I'm calling those dreams to me, calling those dreams to me. Thank you. Sometimes I like to, have the dynamics, play the quiet things, play the sweet things, play the hard rockers. Full spectrum rock and roll is my game plan. So I recently released a single that I co-wrote with a dear friend of mine many years ago up on a rooftop in Harlem, New York City. And since that time, that person, Jake Miller, who is one of the greatest songwriters and singers that you never heard of, should have been a megastar. He passed away 10 years ago in February. So I decided to record the song because it had never been properly recorded. I recorded it with John Popper from Blues Traveler on harmonica and Aaron Comes from the Spin Doctors on drums, Andy Hess, the bass player for Government Mule, on bass, and my dear friend Peter Levin on keyboards. He was played with Greg Allman Band and Marcus King and a bunch of other people. So it was a tribute to Jake Miller as a song called Anything You Like. My current situation defeats my will to be ahead of confrontations, trouble that befalls me. I wake up from confusion, extrasensory. I think I'm only human, well at least I used to be, but that's not different from all the things you thought that you would never see. So don't deny it. Sometimes I miss those things that you promised me. Rain falls from all the things you thought that you would never see. So don't deny it. Sometimes I miss those things that you promised me. Gather up your wisdom, gather up your light, make your decisions. You've got to live your own life. Stop your pretending. I love what you do. The light you're intending is the life that's chosen for you. Gather up your wisdom, gather up your light, make your decisions. You've got to live your own life. Stop your pretending. I love what you do. The light you're intending is a life that's chosen for you. Oh, 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 oh. My current situation defeats my will to be ahead of confrontations, trouble that befalls me. I wake up from confusion, extrasensory. I think I'm only human, well at least I used to be. And rain falls like paper, changes come later. You can remember when things were safer. Anything you like. Mr. Jake Miller, up there, my buddy.
So you want to do one more song and then come sit and chit chat with me?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let me, I actually need to quickly change guitars to do that. And we'll do a song that's a classic of mine. It's actually a song that when I wrote it, didn't realize it was my weed anthem, my stoner anthem. It's called California Smile. I wrote it in New York in a dreary winter day thinking about California and how bright and beautiful it is. And somebody said to me, you know, that's your anthem. Okay, California Smile. Come from a place, a cold wind in my face, where the rain falls down from the sky above. I've always been told there's a land of gold, where the breezes blow from an open field. California, Sunday morning, dawning golden. From the rain and snow, hallelujah, I'm gone. The year was 13 and the city obscene, and the snow on the ground was as black as a nun. Yeah, in my brain I'm high on a plane, on a westerly course for my home in the sun. California, Sunday morning, dawning golden. From the rain and snow, hallelujah, I'm gone. only got one reason. One good reason. Only got one good goddamn reason. Only got one reason to stay, and that's you. I come from a place, a cold wind in my face, where the rain falls down from the sky above. I've always been told there's a land of gold, where the breezes blow from an ocean of blue. California, Sunday morning, dawn and golden, from the rain and snow, hallelujah, I'm gone. California, every morning, dawn and golden, from the rain and snow, hallelujah, I'm gone.
Woo-hoo! All right.
Thank you.
Well, Cosmos brings himself over here and gets mic'd up. Let me just remind you, we are in May. That means music is out in the city. The Hygienic has wonderful music at it. Check out hygienic.org. Look at their schedule of events. I want to also remind you, there's some really awesome local-owned businesses that really need your attention. Refresh Spa is all organic and is right there on State Street. Check her out. That's Sarah Flork. She's amazing. There's Studio 33 is a framing shop and art collective. Check that out. And coming up now, every second Thursday of the month, from now till September, they're going to be doing Eat in the Street. This past Thursday was Cinco de Mayo, and it was an Eat in the Street Cinco de Mayo themed, and it was incredible. So get out there and eat in the street and enjoy your city. Now guess what I'm going to do? Yep, going to talk to the cause. Hi, my friend.
Hi, Dot.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you back here.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen you. You're
Yep.
in love?
I'm in love with 3 new dogs, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I got my information wrong
No,
there.
I've been happily married for many years.
A while.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm in love, but you
Of
know,
course.
it's
Well, you
the-
better clarify that.
it's-
She's
yeah,
going to see this, you
yes,
know.
Yes, she will. No, we're very much long haul, partners.
Yep. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And you have 3 new dogs.
Yes, yeah.
Do they help you write your music?
They do, in as much as, they're border collies. They need a ton of attention and exercise and stuff like that. So they have to get out in the woods and get like 3 miles of running. So when I'm out in the woods, I'm composing a lot in my head, but also like clears my head and lifts my heart and.
Right, that's how it is. The water is like that for me.
Yeah.
The closer I get to the water, the better my head feels.
Right. Yeah.
And there's days when I say to my wife, I'm going to the water. Can I come with you? No.
I hear you on that.
Right.
Well, there's something to be said for that too, because a little bit of solitude, I call it forest bathing,
Right.
and so it's really important part of my process.
It's important. You just dropped 3 new songs. Is that right? Am I right on
Yep,
that?
I dropped 3 last week, and then I dropped the 2 in February. The Jake Miller song that I co-wrote and.
I love that.
tribute.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. We just never got around to recording it properly when he was alive. So then when he passed, I made it my mission to do it justice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a wonderful song.
Thank you.
You have written and composed, not written and composed, you have written and performed music with some pretty lofty names in the music business.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorites?
Well, I mean, Warren Haynes was my mentor. when my very first band in New York City, I got out of high school, I went to Berklee College of Music for 1 semester, and then my buddy moved to New York and was like, I'm moving to New York next week, you want to come? And I was like, okay.
Well, yeah.
So then the band, it took about a year to get the band up and running, and then next thing I knew, Jake Miller, I met Jake Miller. I met him, came down with my Connecticut band to play at CBGB, and lo and behold, Jake Miller was there. So then when I got to New York, he was the first person I called. He was already working with Warren Haynes, and Warren's wife, Stephanie, was managing him.
Nice.
So then she picked us up too. So Warren then produced my band's first album. So I learned so much from him, not just about guitar playing, but about record production and stuff like that.
Is any of that music still available for people to find?
Yeah.
Where can people find that?
It's on Spotify and all those things. The band was called Walking Bird. We had been called Cherokee Sex Workshop, but we changed our name before the album came out. So the band was called Walking Bird, and it's also on my Bandcamp page.
Okay.
So if you look at my discography on my Bandcamp, it's the very first thing on the bottom.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so it can be listened to, and then if anybody's interested, they can download it. So
that's so wonderful.
Yep.
Now you also like the Blues Travelers, and you have performed or recorded with at least one of their members.
I recently recorded with John Popper on that Jake Miller song, but I've jammed with various guys from the band. I've jammed with John, I've jammed with Chan, the guitar player. Their original bass player, Bobby Sheehan, was a friend of mine. We were like the little baby brother band that came along after they were already superstars.
Nice.
They had a Monday night residence at this little dive bar on 13th Street and 2nd Avenue on the Lower East Side called the Nightingale Bar, and you could, if there were people standing on the bar, if there were 80 people in there, there would literally be people standing on the bar. But a Monday night was always just slammed. So, Blues Traveler took it over from this band called Joey Miserable and the Worms, and then Blues Traveler blew up, and the Spin Doctors took over the Monday night.
Oh, wow.
Then Jake Miller's band took over, and then we took over. So it was like the succession, but, when by the time we were starting to get our legs, it was like the mid-'90s, and things were getting a little crazy, and,
they certainly were.
Kurt Cobain was gone, a lot of the Seattle bands were starting to fall out.
Yep.
So
I recently got done reading a biography about a really famous person that came through from the 70s up till now. And all the bands that are named in that book just go down that same line.
Right.
So it's crazy to see how completely intermeshed the rock and roll world is.
Oh,
it's a very small world.
Yeah.
You don't think that when you're on the outside like I am.
Yeah.
But then you read a book like what I just read, and everybody's like this.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. So we have some people that we're all connected with, and you use the name Sunshine, and we have a friend, Braden Sunshine.
Right. Whom I've met.
And you're both like Blues Travelers, big fans. He's been on stage with the Blues Travelers a number of times now. So just for y'all to know this, we're probably going to try to get you guys to come here together. I've sent you both together a message.
Nice.
So that would be a lot of fun. Do you think that your musical influences go further than the names that we've just talked about?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And I'd say my musical influences are largely the same as those of Blues Traveler. And, Warren Haynes is real encyclopedia of music. His knowledge and understanding of the blues particularly is really, really deep.
Yep.
That said, I mean, he's a little bit old. He's a bit older than me, I think maybe 10 years or something like that. So he goes back a little further with a little more detail, I'd say. But, we share a lot of the same influences.
Right, absolutely.
And one of the big influences on my life is the Allman Brothers, who he ended up being in for years.
Right.
So, I saw the Allman Brothers. My parents took me to see them when I was a year old at Watkins Glen. So it's like I go way back with these bands.
You go way back to being that young and being exposed. Your parents must have been like really cool. They were like hippies though.
Yeah, fairly. Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it was not like all peace, love, and sunshine, as it were. You know, it was a rugged life, you know.
Right.
So.
Do you regret any of that?
No, what's to regret? I mean, I guess, I mean, I wish my dad had lived. Other
Right.
than that, you know, but
That's
who
tough.
can say? I mean, my whole life is the way it is because of how things happen. So
Right,
can't
right,
really go
right.
meddling with the past, you know, even if you could.
All right, so this interview is not as long as I want it to be. You have some music that's going to be coming out in the future.
Yes.
Soon.
Yes.
When is that all coming together?
So the next thing is called Midlife Anticrisis. And it's
You're so not at midlife yet.
I am. I'm very well preserved, but yes, I am. And that's 5 songs that are recorded with this dear friend of mine, drummer friend, who's got a home studio in Pomfret, Connecticut, and we played
What's
together
his
for years.
name?
Dennis Maroney.
I don't know him.
He does sound at the Kate. And
Didn't you do some work with Tracy?
Tracy Walton? Yeah, I've done
Tracy
a lot of
Walton.
work with him. Yeah,
He's amazing.
yeah, he's great.
He's been here too.
In fact, the ones that came out last week, the Catsploitation sessions,
yeah.
3 songs, I did with Tracy.
He's been here. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's great.
And
super talented.
he recently, not recently, but in the last couple of years, produced an album for Katie Fogg or Katie Flagg.
Oh, Christy Flagg.
Christy
yeah,
Flagg.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I got names all wrong.
She actually
Christy
sang on one of the Catsploitation songs.
She's fabulous.
She is.
She was my #1 album from 2020. Was it 2020 or 2021? She was my #1 album for that year.
21, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, incredible voice, and her songwriting is just off the hook.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tracy does some great production stuff.
He does. Great
Now,
studio.
do you have any gigs coming up that people would want to know about?
Yes.
Starting after the 10th of May?
After the 10th of May.
You don't want to start today.
I
Today
see.
is the
Yeah, but I'm doing the Sunday
today's
morning.
the 7th.
Right.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow morning would be the 8th,
Right.
Mother's Day.
No, it's in June. I'm doing
Oh,
the
okay.
breakfast thing at Higher Grounds in East Haddam.
Oh, nice.
And it's a Sunday. I just don't remember what day it is.
Is there a website for the Higher Ground?
They have a Facebook page.
They do have a Facebook
Yeah.
page.
And then the next thing that I'm playing a backyard party the day after my birthday on July 23rd in Clinton, which is, you know, a by invite thing, but there should be a lot of people who can go to that. And then the next thing that's on the books for sure is August 1st in New York City at Rockwood Music Hall with my new band.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
So-
going to be a good gig.
Yeah.
So, do you know Terry LaChance?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so she's doing some things, and you guys should hook up, and you should do some things that she's doing
Yeah.
because they're good gigs.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know she
She's-
was doing something at La Vida in East Haddam, I
She's
think.
doing that.
Yeah.
She's doing at Buttonwoods on Monday
Oh,
night.
yeah.
She's doing
I've
an
never
open
played there.
mic thing.
Yeah.
And she's doing a Saturday morning breakfast thing in Meriden.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things tie together, and they're all money-making
Oh, good.
propositions.
We like that.
Yeah, I know, right? So if you could make, and I mean literally make the world know one thing about either your music or music in general, what would that be?
Wow, that's a really good question. I would have to say for both things that they're actually nearly as essential. Music is nearly as essential as food and shelter and water and air. There's something in our psychological and spiritual makeup that requires music.
I agree.
And when you deprive yourself of that, it's similar to depriving yourself of nature. If that deprivation factor is really unhealthy, and people need to actually get out and see and pay for music. You know.
Right. Paying for music nowadays is so important. Get out and support local musicians. I agree with you, and I have heard, not a lot, but a couple of people in my walk say, I don't like music. And
can't fathom that.
My whole spirit cringes. Everything.
It's like I don't like dogs.
Cringe, cringe, cringe. But people that don't like music haven't experienced it
Right.
at a level of deepness
There you go.
that they need to. They haven't heard a song that ripped their soul,
Right.
so to speak.
Or in a live context when, it takes you to another place,
Yep. I think a lot of people that do songwriting, such as yourself, take a lot of us that can't do that to the places we need to go. And I've said this on my show so many times that music puts the words to the emotion that I don't know how to put the words to.
Yeah.
What happens here when what you're doing is out here that connects here answers so many questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you so much for being a part of that.
It's my life's mission.
And you do it well.
Thank you.
You do it so well. I'm so glad that you got to come here today.
Me too.
You're working on new music. You're out there playing music.
Yep.
It's wonderful stuff. I'm so blessed that you said you would come and do the show again. And the next time I see you on this show, it's going to be with Braden.
Okay. Sounds
I'm
good.
just putting it out there. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah,
that will
sounds
be
good.
fun. Would you do us a favor and take us out with a song?
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you, Dot.
Cosmos.
It's
I
been a
love having
pleasure.
you here. Thank you for your music. And while he's getting over there, remember, take care of your neighbors. Community, common unity. It goes together. It's what we're all about. We love you. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning into Grandma's Attic Music Review every week on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. Love you guys. Bye.
I was searching for a love in this Babylon. Always hoping for the one to come along. You were there when I called you, and you turned me on. Prying eyes couldn't see you as you gave it all, yeah, yeah. I was sworn to be the one with soldiers on. Always waiting, always praying, feeling fleeting, but I carry on. You were there, but you left me as I left the ground. Oh, always waiting, always hoping, bleeding, broken by this heart of stone. Oh, 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 porcelain flower. pleasure and pain, passion and power, hot ashes, fire and rain. Will you come down again? Porcelain flower, pleasure and pain, passion and power, hot ashes, fire and rain. Will you come down again? Hot ashes, fire